Welcome back to my video diary in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, this is my island Fawnhollow, and shall we see what's going on today? Now, I don't know if I'll be able to say this all before Isabel has a daily announcement, but I made a very interesting discovery with regards to flower hybrid breeding, at least in this version of Game of Animal Crossing, which has definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things, and probably explained why it's so difficult to get some of the flowers. But first, a message from Isabel. Good morning, everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 11:12 AM on Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. There really isn't any news to speak of today, but... Oh, a sock I've been looking for forever turned up behind my washing machine. It's one of my favourites. Oh dear, I guess that doesn't really qualify as news, does it? That's all for today. Have a fun day out there. So, as I was saying, it turns out flower hybrid breeding in New Horizons is way more complicated than I thought it would be. It actually uses, what's it called, like Mendelian genetics, which, if you want to try and remember back to your high school, oh my god, why did I order so many things? High school biology classes is basically using Punnett squares with 4 different possible genes, sorry. So, I'll explain more after I read this. Fashion bestie dear, I was shopping when I found glitter glue. I bought it so fast because glitter glue. Have you ever impulse bought a thing then wish you hadn't because now there's glitter glue everywhere? Your glittery bestie, Audie. Aww. So yeah, I'm going to try and explain this while I do things, but basically, every species of flower, apart from roses, has 3 genes, and roses have 4 genes. And every single gene, the genes are like red, white, yellow, and shade, is how this guide has labelled them. And how the genetics works is there's a dominant gene, and there's also a recessive gene. And the dominant gene is the one which, I suppose, you'd say, you get a visible effect in the flower. So, different combinations of these genes will lead to different potential flower colours. So basically the way that breeding works is you need to breed them in such a way to manipulate the genes to get the required hybrid colour that you want, which sounds more complicated than it actually is. But most cases it's just, in the cases of roses, getting blue roses requires either incredible luck or a lot of foresight and planning. So what I'm planning to do is, off screen, I'm going to probably reset all these flower gardens to things which are more conducive. They don't need to be this big, it turns out, anymore, because as it turns out in New Horizons, flowers can duplicate themselves if they're by themselves and isolated, or they have no one over all the flowers next to them, or already have been, say, partnered up for the day. So for example, this white pansy right here, if I watered it, and this white pansy already was breeding with this white pansy, and this one was breeding with this one would have a chance to duplicate itself. So sometimes, some of these flowers which are being made aren't actually hybrids, they're just duplicates of themselves, which makes things even more confusing, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically reset all my flower gardens. I've been going through the guide, I've been figuring out what flowers I need to plant to get 100% chances of getting hybrids. And they can be much, much smaller than they currently are. They'll still be where they are, just far more condensed. So, well, we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of reading to do, but first let's talk to Leif, see what he's got. Oh, hey, isn't this the most perfect day to shop for flowers? And shrubs, too. You're so lucky, because today I'm selling the beloved azalea, and it's currently in season, so you can enjoy those magical blossoms as soon as you plant this little friend. I'd be happy to know what I can do for you today. No, I'm here to shop, Leif. What have you got for me today? We already have these. These are the ones you sold last time, isn't it? But what I'm going to do off screen, because it takes working forever, I'm going to stock up on a load of these seeds and go into my home and just, you know, keep them, just in case I ever need them again. Because some of them, because the way hybrids work, of course all the guides have been made in with respect to starting from seeded flowers rather than some weird mess of hybrids that I've already got going on. So obviously for the gardens that have been around for ages, the Cosmos and hybrids, that's really confusing because I don't know which one of these are the ones I've grown for seeds and which ones I've grown from hybrids. But for ones for like lilies, mums, roses and windflowers, I think, should be basically okay, because most of those I know are seeds. In fact, all of them I think are seeds. Now I think about it. Or maybe. The windflowers might not be. I'm not entirely sure. But the windflowers I might have to buy again, but it's okay. Benny's Town has the seed, so that's a lot easier to reset. But don't worry, that's something I'll figure out in my own time, when I, outside of these videos, and then I'll explain it once I get it done, because it's far more complicated than I expected it to be. So the information I was using before was basically information from, what's it called? New Leaf. Or maybe not New Leaf, it might have been Wild World and stuff. Because, at least in those games it was much more simpler. You had your normal ones, and then you had special bred versions of certain colours. So like with roses, you could have the seed bought red roses, and then you can have bred red roses, and the bred red roses. So there are basically only 2 types of roses, rather than being like 16, I guess, or so. But first let's check on these turnip prices. 71, we're still on a decrease. Hopefully we'll get a spike somewhat soon. Otherwise it's a little bit worrying, I'll be perfectly honest. Oh look, there's a, what have you got, like Daisy something? I thought bottle chips had a specific name. Maybe I don't. Is this a blackboard? A wall-mounted TV, okay. Oh, that's far cheaper than everything else, let's buy it. We've got a nice barbecue. just buy everything, as is the case. Make it very difficult for the other residents of Fawnhollow to actually decorate their houses and gardens and islands. I'm very sorry. Wait, what were the turnip prices? 71, right? Okay. I'll make a... Excuse me. Let me out, Tommy. I'll make a quick note of that in my turnip spreadsheet. Honestly, I should have done this beforehand, but I forgot. Tuesday PM. I checked what it was on Tuesday PM. I can't remember. I think it was 74. Either way, it's definitely still decreasing. So if it doesn't peak by Thursday, we might be in a spot of trouble. But for now, we'll carry on looking around, see what sort of things we got going on around town for fossils mainly. So this is from Freya. Sorry, I just X'd out of whatever you were saying. Freya's someone I would like on my island. She's very pretty as well. Anyway, let's have a visit to Audie and give her some fruit. But yeah, flower breeding then. Who knew it was so complicated? Oh my god, Audie and Paddles. Of course Paddles would be hanging out. These two would be an absolute riot together. 2 peppy villagers. A career jacket, thank you very much. This is yours, Paddles. I was going to give you a career jacket, I didn't want to. Ugh. So I'm just thinking of how much stuff I have to do for these flower breeding. But in a way it's good, because it actually gives me a short-term goal. So anyway, let's talk. I feel really calm when I'm at Audie's place, and that is truly great. Makes me so want to hang out all the time. What about you, Audie? I play my tunes really, really loud on my tape deck, and totes lose myself in the music. It's so seriously the best, until my neighbours complain. Audie, I feel like you live pretty far on your own, so... yeah, okay, your neighbours ain't gonna complain. Your nearest neighbour is like Axel, I suppose. Oh, I guess Roscoe. So, I mean, it's a good thing, basically, what I've done so far with all the flower breeding, because it means I do have at least a decent head start. For example, like for black tulips, if you breed 2 black tulips together, they can only make black tulips, so it's not actually that bad. The pink ones, I believe, aren't so much so. But hello, Roscoe, I didn't mean to interrupt your dancing. I feel like I do this all the time, though. So, like, certain, like... Also because of what I was saying before, that flowers can duplicate themselves, it's not actually too bad, because once you get a flower, you can just keep duplicating it to get more, if you really want to. Nature Day is all about getting folks to see how important nature and flowers and stuff like that are. I mean, how'd it be if we didn't have flowers and trees and whatnot? Not good, that's how it'd be. Sheesh, makes you think maybe every day we should be Nature Day, eh? True words, Roscoe, true words. So yeah, anyway, like certain flower colours you can breed together to get more of the same one. Like purples and blues, you tend to be able to just breed them with yourself and they'll only make more purples or blues, as evidenced over here. That's not always true, by the way, but it's true in a lot of cases. Like, it's not true for orange and pinks, I believe. They only have a chance to make themselves if you breed them together, in some cases. But seeing as we've got a lot of hybrids already, it's not actually too bad to set up hybrid farms, I think. Especially since a lot of them I just plant of the same flower near each other to match the colour aesthetic I'm going for each of my village's houses, right? So, it's not too bad. But the quest to get blue roses is super long, and I've been thinking I need to clear out an area to do some of this hybrid breeding. So I was thinking of maybe getting rid of a playground to make room temporarily for rose breeding, but I don't think I actually need to do that. I think if I actually dig up the roses, it should be fine and move them. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do that, to be honest, because it's a right mess. And roses are always the most complicated ones, so that's a real pain. That's okay. So we know all these lilies are seeded lilies. Oh, there you are, Eric. You are hiding, it seems. So these lily ones and the mums are quite safe to move around and stuff. But I'm just kind of dreading what's going to happen with the roses. Nice chat, Eric. I heard you were smacking a lot of rocks yesterday. Find anything good? I smack rocks to find bugs, but usually I just find bells, so I spend those bells on snacks. And the snack crumbs I drop are for our food for the bugs in my house. It all works out. Man, nature's beautiful. That reminds me, I wonder if there's actually cockroaches in this game. Oh god. Well, the plus side, get styling by wearing flowers. Okay, I mean that's doable. The other plus side is that replacing these flower gardens will be replaced with things which are considerably smaller and much more compact. So I don't have to worry too much about size restraints anymore, and I can put more furniture. About a lily of a valley. This is our first one. These only spawn when you have a 5-star rating. They are amazing. They used to be called Jacob's Ladders. I didn't mean to plant them, I want to wear it. I forget in this game you had to pick them to wear them, right? You can't even pick them in this game. You can't even wear them anymore. That's terrible. In the previous games you could wear them at least. Well, I think you could. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I'm just going to decorate my house with them. I am a resident gardener after all, so... Look at all these roses. Isn't that going to be an absolute nightmare? I was just... For off chance that these two roses can actually make a blue. I think with the actual percentage chance is something like 1 in 64. Oh, I forgot to check Hippo's house. With the old method of using hybrid reds. I hear a balloon. Oh, it's over there. Let's wait for that to drift over before we enter Hippo's house. And as you can imagine, a 1 in 64 chance is not a very promising chance to get blue roses. But on the plus side, once you get 2 blue roses, or just 1 blue rose, you can breed it. You can breed it with itself to duplicate it, and then you can breed it with itself to just only get blue roses. So it's not all bad. Kind of. It is still a lot of effort though, isn't it? But don't worry. Once we get it set up, it'll be all easy sailing. But it's okay, I've planned out what I need to do to get blue roses. I closed it now, but just had it all in a little notepad. to make sure I got all the details correct. Thank you, Bo, for a rap session. Now I just want to chat. A little Lily told me that you've been watering the plants around here lately. I can just see it now, tipping the watering can back in slow motion, the droplets sparkling in the sun. Next time give me just a tiny bit of advance warning and I'll book a cinematographer. Alright, I'll let you know, Hippo. Oh, that's another good thing. If all the flower gardens are much smaller, I won't have to go through literally 3 watering cans every single day, watering all my flowers. Yeah, that's how many I go through. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Puddles is not going to be home, because she's visiting Audie. So yeah, so maybe I can actually make more use of a golden watering can. But oh well, we'll see how that goes. Do you have anything to say, Sable? Hello, Sable. Dear, what kind of clothing do you usually like? How would you describe your style? Oh, I bet I know. You're all about, like, a green and white checkered pattern. Maybe on an apron. This is dialogue directly from previous games. Oh, except for she's singing, right? Mabes, you're doing the thing where you think everyone is you again. New dialogue! How exciting. Anyway, let's go to the fitting room. Let's pick out some new clothes to distract us from the impending doom or flower organisation. Box pleater skirt, that's a new one. And why don't we buy this with a fuzzy vest? Acid wash jacket? What of these have we not bought? Don't think we've got this tech shirt before. What is this? An academy uniform. Why don't we get a top hat? Composer's wig. Sure. Oh, pixel shades. I've never seen this. Wow, look at this styling. Man, we are the belle of the ball right now. I'm not gonna buy these shoes. I can't be bothered with those shoes anymore. I have too many clothes. I looked at my wardrobe and I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna remember what I've bought and what I haven't bought. I think I even have some duplicates. Maybe give some other villagers, so meh. How many fossils have we found as well? I haven't really been counting. 3. Let's keep a lookout for our 4th one. Oh, there it is. I believe all of these windflowers up in this upper area are seed windflowers, right? There's a chance that some of these red ones aren't. No, I think they are. Or at least most of them should be. Is Diana home? I'm pretty sure I saw Diana reading around earlier, so... Oh, we should see if anyone's down here. How many fruits do we still have left to give out? 4, so that's Axel, Flo, Sylvana, and... someone. Oh, Diana, of course. Flo's in her room. Let's see what she's got to say. Oh, she's busy crafting. What are you crafting today, Flo? Sup, Pyre? Need me for something? What you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out, I'm making a shell lamp. This DIY stuff takes a major elbow grease, so I like to go all in on it. It's so worth the effort, though. Yeah, let's learn how to make a shell lamp. And I bet you're real hungry, Flo, so let us give you a fruit to spice up your life. Otherwise, I'm gonna spice up your life. Something, something, something. People of the world, spice up your life. It's a casual Spice Girls reference. Anyway, we'll take our leave. Goodbye, Miss Flo. And we'll try and find Axel. He might be in his home. I didn't actually check his home. So let's see what's going on. Morning, Diana. What have you got to say? Oh, you seem well, don't you, no doy? What's the latest? I hope you have something exciting planned for today. It can be quite invigorating to change your routine. My routine is my comfort, though. Diana, right now. Are you home? You are home, Axel. Everyone's in their homes. Apart from Sylvana. Wait, was Sylvana in her home? I didn't actually check, did I? Honestly, can't remember. Hello, Axel. Morning. I was just about done with my visualization exercises, wonk. What does that even mean? So yeah, Diana and Sylvana was two. I'm not sure if I can even give anything to Diana yet. I believe he needs a certain friendship level, maybe. It seems odd, because surely you could give gifts to build up your friendship level in the first place. I don't know. I also noticed Axel didn't wave us goodbye while we left that time, which is unusual. Let's have a quick jaunt over to Sylvana's house. See if she was actually in or not. How do I get to Sylvana's house? I can't remember. Get out of here, Tiger Beetle. Sylvana, are you in? Nope, who knows where she is. She wasn't in Nooks, and she wasn't in Mabel's sisters. What else could she be? She wasn't visiting anyone, so I guess she's in the museum? Or just hidden in the beach somewhere? Who really knows? Anyway, I suppose we could stock up with some flowers of leaf, seeing as we got a lot of stuff to buy. Let's just buy 5 of literally everything. I believe we have all these azaleas and hibiscuses. But it might in fact be the exact things he sold last time. Now look at it. I do kind of wish there was an easier way to buy multiple things in Animal Crossing. Like, I get they're going for a certain particular vibes of feeling like you're having actual conversations and stuff with the shopkeepers, but at some point it just becomes a tedium rather than charming once they say the same thing over and over again. I think I've spoken about this before, especially with Orvin and Wright. If you don't know who they are, they're the 2 dodos in the airport, so especially talking with them and trying to fly anywhere is a big pain sometimes. I also noticed you're selling lilies and roses again. Do you only sell the same flowers to us? I mean, I don't really need to buy lily seeds, I suppose, because we have lily flower seeds already. And the roses one we don't technically need to buy because I believe nearly all of the roses in the big pattern of the white, red and yellow roses are seed roses, apart from 3 of the red roses, but they're the ones near the top, I believe. In fact, I think they're still seed roses. I believe they're the ones which naturally spawned on Jacob's Island. So it should be okay. I didn't actually check if those are the same. I think they're the same. Doesn't matter. We won't be using those ones anyway. We just need to get a single blue rose. That's our quest. Oh, we don't have any room in our pockets. Okay. We will... What can we quickly drop off? Oh, let's... Oh, there you are, Savannah. So, just Diana now. We need to wait for her to stand up, I suppose, to see if we can even give her anything. Oh. Thank you, Savannah. I didn't realise they could just mail things when your pockets are full. I was actually wondering about that a while back. That does make sense now I think about it a little bit more. Morning, Blabbers. Sorry to wake you. Got more potential fossils for today. We've got lots of time still left in this episode, I suppose. There's just loads of time when I don't spend most of the time rearranging flowers, so... We're going to have a quick glance in our fossil collection, because I want to see how many fossils we actually have left. And I suppose you can see all the progress that's been made. It's a bit difficult to really encapsulate it otherwise. Oh, we got all the solo pieces, or pieces which don't require multiple components. So this room is all done. That's pretty exciting. Now how about over here? Which ones are we missing now? That looks finished. This looks like it's missing a head. It's hard to tell. What was it called? A Pleiosaurus? So Pleiosaurus head we're missing. This is for pterodactyl, I believe. No, that's for pterodactyl. Wait, what's this? Like an archaeon or something? That's that thing. Okay, so that's missing a body, so that's the second thing. Might be missing a tail, so it could be possible 3 things. Oh, this stuff looks all done. Oh, T-Rex body. Is this done? Is this a jumping velociraptor? My word. How dynamic. So that's 3 things. This thing looks pretty finished. I can't tell if it's missing the end of its tail or not. Diplodocus, so that's 4 things. This thing is finished. So there's 4 fossils missing. Not bad so far. What's this? A Megaloceros. That's missing, I'm gonna guess about 2 parts. Or am I missing a right half or something? So we got about 5 fossils missing. That's not bad at all. We're getting pretty on the way, to be honest, to completing this collection. As usual, the fossil collection is one which is done rather easily. Well, I shouldn't say rather easily, just much faster than the other ones, seeing as you can get 4 fossils each day, while fish and insects you have to wait for a whole year to go round at least. And I believe we caught all the fish and bugs already for April, so we've only got a few days till May, and we'll probably have some more fish and bugs to catch. I think scorpions might start spawning in May as well instead of tarantulas. Oh, we need to catch another tarantula then before the month changes, otherwise we won't have anything to give Flick. Diana's still reading. Let's just go sell these items, I suppose. Sell these fossils to make some room in our inventory, and then we'll buy the other 2 flower bags that were missing from Leif. I want to sell some things, Timmy. Would you care to take my fossils and I guess this 1 weed I'm holding? Oh, I could have learned that recipe to clear up my space as well. Sold. I guess I'll... Apparently we have a Nook Mile mission. Oh, nice. Let us learn this shell lamp recipe. Has something which we can decorate all these places with, I think. And let us check out Nook Shop. Oh no, Leif. I believe it's just these yellow ones which we need. So let's take 5 of this. And 5 of another. And then we'll check out the Nook shopping stuff. See what things have been going on there. I don't think I checked the Nook Miles shop properly yesterday, so there might have been a fencing recipe we missed out on. But we kept our bonus apparently, so good job me. See what Nook Miles things. Barbed wire fence, so that's definitely a new one. And we're getting enough stuff. I didn't mean to redeem this, but sure, we'll redeem it anyway. We might as well get all the recipes we can. Let's make another selection. And get this robot hero. It's very expensive. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking to myself because I want my island to look like a very natural sort of island, right? So I think our playground might actually be replaced in the future by something. I mean, it looks quite decent now, to be honest, but I don't think it's something I want to keep around forever. But it's definitely helpful for getting 5 stars right now. I said I was gonna like get rid of some of the fences, which I put in excessively to get a 5-star rating, and now we have a 5-star rating. I can start taking stuff away, but I haven't actually done that yet. I suppose once I decorated, I didn't feel the need to take a lot of the stuff away. Because to be fair, I guess I don't really need to. Some of it is pretty decent already. iron nuggets and a cardboard box. Don't really need that, so we'll leave them be. We'll leave Isabel and Nick to carry on dusting the office as we go store our things away, and we'll pretty much wrap up the episode here, to be honest. There's not much left to do. I just need to sort out my flowers, and that's going to take a huge amount of time, so I'll have to do that. I'm going to do that in the afternoon or something. I don't know if I need to record any other videos today, so it should be okay. Let's put all of these in storage. See, there should also be like a select multiple things button to put in storage, or a faster way to put things in storage rather than selecting everything one by one to put away. A nuisance, isn't it? I just realised I didn't actually check when Nick's shopping to see what the song was for today. I'm a fool. That's alright, let's put this Lily of the Valley right here. We can do some other things. We'll see if Diana's stood up yet. Nope, she's still here. Just enjoying the campfire. Can't blame her, to be honest. Okay, we'll check with Nick's shopping and then we'll round off the episode, because then we've basically done all we need to do. Book. We can order a single book, so we can make Benny his library wall. Only me. That's definitely a new one, I think. And that about wraps up today, to be honest. I don't know if any of you will be interested in that flower reading guide. I'll probably leave a link to it in the description for this episode, maybe, if I remember to. I might not remember to, we'll see. But as you can search it. I found it on Reddit somewhere. Shop to it, ooh, for buying things from Nick's shop. But yeah, it's pretty helpful and it's enlightened a lot of things, so I'm glad I found it. Hello, Savannah. And Savannah, will you help me wrap up this episode? If you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons on my island of Fawnhollow, and I've been Dear Darling. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until the next time, goodbye.